For years, you've been told that the president runs America, that he makes the decisions, signs the orders, and holds the power. But he's just a face, a carefully chosen figurehead, hiding the real forces that shape your reality. Welcome to the dark dossier, True Crime. Today, we pull back the curtain and expose the chilling truth about who really runs America. Every 4 years, Americans line up with hope, red hats, blue signs, campaign slogans, big promises. A national pageant of democracy. But step back, presidents change, parties swap, yet the power stays in place. From the assassination of JFK to endless wars in oil-rich regions to economic policies that always favor the ultra-wealthy, there's a pattern. One that never breaks. This isn't about leadership, it's about management. It's not about elections, it's about control. A system designed to look like freedom, while everything important stays the same. Ask yourself, who profits from war? Who grows richer during collapse? Who owns the platforms, the pills, the pipelines? BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. You won't see the names on any ballot, but they shape your economy, your culture, your future. Together, they manage more than $20 trillion. That's more than the GDP of every country on Earth except the United States and China. They hold dominant shares in pharmaceutical companies, defense contractors, big tech, mass media, agriculture, and energy. They even own large pieces of the social media platforms you use daily. They don't just manage investments, they decide who wins and who fades away. What rises and what gets crushed. And sitting at the top, former government officials, ex-presidents, central bankers, military generals, not outsiders, but deeply embedded insiders. People who no longer answer to the public, but still shape policy behind the scenes. When agencies meant to protect you can also deceive you, spy on you, and silence you, what do you call that? The CIA, the NSA, the FBI, COINTELPRO infiltrated civil rights groups and peace movements. MKUltra experimented on citizens without consent. Operation Mockingbird planted operatives in newsrooms to shape public opinion. These aren't myths, they're declassified, documented facts. These agencies orchestrated coups in other countries, manipulated foreign elections, and surveilled American citizens, often without oversight or consent. The president often finds out only after the fact. These intelligence agencies operate above the law, beyond Congress, and outside democratic reach. Eisenhower warned about the growing military-industrial complex, but what he warned about has since evolved into something far more complex and far more dangerous. There are gatherings you never hear about, quiet retreats with no press, no public records, and no votes. Council on Foreign Relations, Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, the Bilderberg Group. These aren't fables, they are real, documented gatherings. Inside those rooms, presidents, corporate executives, central bankers, tech billionaires, even royalty. They aren't debating, they're coordinating. Ideas discussed behind those closed doors often appear in global policy and legislation months later. Coincidence? Or something more? This isn't about parties, it's about power. The real divide is between those who rule, and those who are ruled. And while these power networks expand, the public is fed distractions. Mass entertainment, divisive politics, and 24-hour outrage cycles. Consider this, 90% of all US media is controlled by just 6 corporations. 6. From news to film to streaming platforms. And who owns them? The same investment firms already mentioned. They decide which stories matter, which voices get heard, which facts are emphasized, and which disappear without a trace. It's not just bias, it's control. You aren't being informed, you're being shaped. Presidents don't set the agenda, they deliver it. Behind the speeches, photo ops, and debates, the script is already written. Their staff writes their words. Their advisors limit their moves. Their intelligence briefings are carefully curated. Foreign policy doesn't shift. Surveillance powers grow under every administration. Billion-dollar bailouts always flow upward. The people always get less. But the structure stays untouched. Because the people who actually hold power never change. They are protected by layers of bureaucracy, wealth, and secrecy. So what's the goal? Why go to these lengths? Control, not just of resources or systems, but of perception. Control over thought. Control over fear. Control over division. They keep you distracted with culture wars. They overload you with content and controversy. They flood you with outrage. So you never see the structure behind the show. A tired, stressed, and divided public is a controlled public. You work harder, earn less, pay more, and feel isolated by design. Think of the revolving door between Wall Street and Washington. One day, the CEO of a major investment firm. The next, a high-ranking economic advisor. The policy they write, tailored for the boardroom, not the living room. Every financial collapse sees Main Street suffer, while executives collect bonuses. Bailouts are written in fine print before the storm even begins. Meanwhile, local businesses vanish. Independent voices are deplatformed. And truth, it's drowned in noise. Endless commentary, polarized arguments, and fast-moving headlines. The cycle spins so fast, you forget to ask, who benefits? The education system tells a selective story. The textbooks are edited. The curriculums are vetted. History is filtered to serve present power. Whole chapters are omitted. Atrocities are softened. Empires are glorified. Even our technology isn't neutral. Algorithms decide what you see, who you follow, and what ideas are amplified. These algorithms are built by private companies. Companies owned by the same financial giants. The goal: engagement, outrage, addiction, not truth, not freedom. Elections are framed as battles, yet funded by the same donors. Lobbyists write the bills, corporations write the checks, and the people, they're given a stage play with 2 actors and 1 script. So what is democracy when choices are managed, outcomes are guided, and narratives are sold? It's not that your vote doesn't matter. Is that your vote exists inside a system already fenced in by unelected power. This isn't new. From the robber barons to the Cold War to the post-9/11 surveillance state, America has always had a shadow. A hidden layer where deals are made in silence, where agendas are shaped in private, where the real levers of power are pulled. They own the land, the media, the banks, and increasingly, your data. They don't just watch what you do, they shape what you believe. And yet, they fear one thing: exposure. They operate best in silence, in distraction, in division. That's why we're here. The dark dossier, true crime, exists to shine light into that darkness. Not to scare, but to awaken, to inform, to equip. Because truth isn't a luxury, it's a responsibility. If you've made it this far, you're not like most. You ask harder questions, you refuse easy answers, you sense the imbalance, and you're not alone. Every view, every comment, every share helps unravel the illusion. This channel isn't just about stories, it's about revealing structures, about connecting dots others ignore. We believe knowledge is power, and power belongs to the people, when they're informed. So if this message resonates, don't scroll past. Share it, subscribe, and join a growing community of people waking up, not just to problems, but to the systems behind them. Because the truth is not hidden, it's buried, and we're here to dig it up. Stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop asking, who really runs America?